Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. I hope you're doing well. This is going to be my first video where I create my own fan theory and have a little bit of fun with it. Today, I'd like to talk about the character named Nicholas Flamel. He was referenced a lot in the first Harry Potter story, and we finally got to meet him in the movie The Crimes of Grindelwald. He had created a Philosopher's Stone, at least in the story. He was also based on a real person, but don't let that gentle demeanor fool you. I think he's one of the darkest wizards in history, and he's also one of the most accomplished serial killers of all time. Why do I think this? Let's get some backstory and then present my hypothesis. As a disclaimer, I may go back and forth between calling them a Philosopher's Stone and a Sorcerer's Stone. It's not intentional, and I hope you'll forgive me if it happens. Nicholas Flamel was born around the year 1300 in Pontis, France, and passed away in March 1418 in Paris. He was a scribe and a manuscript merchant. He was known for his modest wealth and his philanthropy in his life. On his gravestone, there are no indications of having enormous wealth, nor that he was involved in alchemy, pharmacy, or medicine. In the 17th century, that's when the rumors started that he was an alchemist and he had also created the Philosopher's Stone. Now, legends of the Philosopher's Stone go all the way back to the 3rd century CE. It's a stone that will turn any metal into pure gold. It will also produce the elixir of life, which will give the drinker immortality. Alchemists throughout history have worked to make such a stone ever since. One such famous alchemist was Sir Isaac Newton. He locked himself in his quarters at Cambridge University for 3 years trying to find and perfect the recipe to make such a stone. He believed the recipe was hidden in the Bible, and he spent that time trying new methods to make the stone. Now, why do I think Flamel is not a savory character? I'm going to do some universe bending here, but the lore is very strong, and trust me, it fits this world too. We're now going to have a look at the manga and anime series Full Metal Alchemist. The setting is an alternate Earth in the 1910s. It's a world where alchemy and not science became the dominant power in the world. During the events of the stories, a Philosopher's Stone is eventually made. To create such a stone, it takes the souls of millions of people that are focused into one object. After a catastrophic event that takes the lives of a continent's worth of people, the stone was finally created. It allows the holder to negate equivalent exchange. Because in alchemy, something cannot be created from nothing. In order to make something of equal value must be exchanged and then is lost. Now I'm sure you're asking, why is this relevant? How could Flamel have killed enough people to create a Philosopher's Stone? The answer? The bubonic plague. Yes, this is the Black Death that killed an estimated 200 million people. This plague has been documented for 2,600 years in Asia before it occurred in Europe. It's estimated that 25 million people died in Asia before it made its way to Africa and Europe in 1346. Now, Flamel was alive during this time, and he was only 46 years old when it came to Europe. This bacteria would have been the perfect tool to thin the population of Muggles. 1/3 of the population had been wiped out in a very quick manner. I suspect this was a tool used by dark wizards throughout history. Now, if we take the established rules from Full Metal Alchemist, this would be a perfect situation for Flamel to make his stone. I suspect he would read about it in one of his scrolls he came across in his line of work. On average, over the 6 years that the plague struck Europe, 91,324 people died every day. This would have been more than enough deaths to create a stone. The one appearance we got to see of Flamel in the Harry Potter canon, he's already around 600 years old. He doesn't appear to have any dark or evil in him. He kind of seems bumbly and sincere. I'd have to guess that somewhere he had a change of heart, or maybe he didn't expect the devastation that ensued. But something like this comes at a terrible price. It is very selfish to commit such crimes against humanity to give yourself unlimited wealth and immortality. It must have weighed on him heavily through the years, and when he met Albus Dumbledore, he was a very different man. The first time Nicholas is mentioned is on the back of Dumbledore's chocolate frog card, where it says, Albus Dumbledore, currently headmaster of Hogwarts. Considered by many the greatest wizard of modern times, Dumbledore is particularly famous for his defeat of the dark wizard Grindelwald in 1945, for the discovery of the 12 uses of dragon's blood, and his work on alchemy with his partner Nicholas Flamel. Dumbledore enjoys chamber music and 10-pin bowling. I imagine whenever Flamel told Dumbledore the secret as to what it took to create the stone, Dumbledore would have treated it like it was precious, which is why he guarded it so carefully in Hogwarts during the first Harry Potter story. Then it would have been with a very heavy heart that they needed to destroy it, that it could lead to the darkest wizard of the 20th century being reborn. Well, you guys, what do you think? I had thought of this as I was watching Full Metal Alchemist for the first time, and ever since I've been suspicious of Flamel, especially when I started looking into the timeline of when he lived. Leave a comment and let's have a discussion about this. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.